Here's another one. One time for mine now. Let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Row Reviews 3-year anniversary. In this video we'll be taking a look back at this past season, discussing all the videos I've done. We'll be doing a Q&A, as well as talking about some future plans for the channel. So yeah, let's get started. Now the first video I made in Season 3 isn't actually a Sailor Moon. It was actually a review of the last 21 Pilots album, Scaled and Icy. It came out around when I graduated. I reviewed it out of impulse. I wrote it pretty fast, and I made the video very fast. I kind of kept it secret because I wanted it to be kind of a surprise, just like this random video. It was kind of like the Father of All video, but like not shit, kind of. Sort of similar to that. Sort of a similar vibe, I would say. Now in the video I used a lot of clips from a live stream event that they did at the time. And I shrunk it down, mirror flipped it, put a scan line filter over it, put a border around it, all that stuff. And I uploaded it and it got blocked. And I was like, damn it. And it claimed just one section of the video was kind of a continuous clip, no editing. And I was like, fine, whatever. And I went back, I blurred that part out, re-uploaded it, and because my upload speed is under a megabyte, it took like 4 hours. But then it claimed a totally different section of the video. So that was incredibly frustrating. I was pretty pissed off. And like the video really isn't that good to begin with. So I just stopped caring, left it behind. I didn't care because it didn't really matter. I didn't want to bother with it. However, I have left a Google Drive link in the description to that video, so that way you can watch the Lost Row Reviews video after you finish this one, of course. Now I should also mention that I don't really agree with the video anymore. I find the album a lot more mediocre than I made it out to be, so keep that in mind if you decide to watch it. But now we move on to the actual Season 3 premiere, that being the Sailor Moon video. I got the idea while watching the show one day. I wasn't really sure how much there would be to talk about, but after discussing it with one of my friends, we just realized that there was a lot to the show in terms of its art. And I was like, wow, this would be a great video, so I got to work on it. I don't think it took too long to write, but I was pretty happy with it. And when I went to edit, I ordered a few DVDs to rip and use for footage. And one of the DVDs I ordered was from the Vancouver Public Library, which I thought was really funny. Now when I ripped these DVDs with VLC, they would export as one long video file with multiple episodes in them. And then whenever I put them into Premiere Pro, it only would give me like a fraction of the video, so I only had like half. And I was like, what? And I couldn't really troubleshoot the problem. Like I had no clue what was going on, but I was very determined to make the video, so I just opened the files in like a media player and just screen recorded them, and it worked out. Like whatever works. Now editing it was actually a bit of a challenge sometimes, but I still enjoyed making it. It was just like I had to find like the best clips to really back up what I was saying, because of course it was very reliant on the visuals, and I wanted what I was saying to really, or I wanted the clips to really represent what I was saying. So that was a bit of a challenge. I had to scrub through a lot of the footage to find like the most perfect clips, but I think it paid off. The video turned out really well. I was very proud of it. As I was making it, it was just becoming one of my favorite videos I've done. And when I posted it, it got like 100 views in a week, which it was like a new record for me. I was like, wow, dude, that's awesome. And it just kept getting views. It kept going and going and going. It got to 500 views, and then it reached 1,000 views. That's the second video that did that, because previously, you know, Halloween Hack was a big hit. But this one, I think it got to a point where it would get like 1,000 views a week, and that was crazy. Like, I think that was around the time of Too Many Games. It was just popping off, and I was getting a lot more subscribers. Yeah, like once I hit 200 subs, I got to 300 in like a month, and that was crazy. It hasn't happened again, but man, like, that was really cool. It was such a success. Like, technically more of a success than Halloween Hack, because it grew a lot faster. Alright, that was just really cool to see. Like, for a small channel to reach that, you know, that's no small feat. That's something to be proud of, I think. So that was really cool. A lot of great comments as well. A lot of awesome compliments and discussion. I really liked seeing some people have some like discussions and replies. That was really cool to see. But there were also a lot of corrections in the comments, because yes, Masahiro Ando did in fact make the other art style. I know. That was funny, because so many people pointed that out. I was like, damn, I goofed up. Like, it was just really funny seeing essentially the same comment like 5 times. But I did appreciate the info, genuinely. It was just funny as all. And I can't read the name Masahiro Ando without laughing, at least a little bit. Now, when the video was just about to reach like 10,000 views, it got copyright striked and taken down by Toei Animation. Isn't that just great? So yeah, that was really not fun. That was very discouraging. That was very annoying. So what happened was just I sent in a rebuttal, and according to Totally Not Mark, one video he made during that whole fiasco, he said that you just send in a rebuttal and Toei never responds, and when they never respond, the video just goes back up automatically. So that's what happens. Completely pointless, very frustrating. But hey, it's back up. It hasn't gone away. So that's fine. And it did reach 10K views, which was very cool. It's currently at 13,000 views, which is really cool. But overall, I think it's a really cool video, really unique video. It shows that experimenting with a video can pay off. I think the topic is cool. I really had fun just talking about it. Definitely one of my favorite videos I've done, for sure. Overall, I just really love the video, and I'm really glad that something I put a lot of effort into and am proud of got the traction that it did, and I'm very grateful for that. Then after that, I did the 90s Sonic spin-offs video. Not much to say about that one. I did it because I told myself that I would review every single Sonic game, and that was kind of my way of just wrapping up all the odds and ends from the classic era. I wasn't really a huge fan of most of the games in the video. A lot of them were very mediocre, but you know, I did of course enjoy 3D Blast and Sonic the Fighters and Tails Adventure. Like, those were cool, but yeah, not the best lineup of games. The video is fine. I don't hate it or anything. Like, it's just like good. It's just a good video, I think. Nothing too crazy, but nothing too awful either. It was fun to make, and I enjoyed having Amiiben on there to talk about Sega Sonic the Hedgehog, because I wasn't able to play that, and of course he made the video on it, which you should definitely check out. And I showed my face for the first time in the video. Camera quality isn't very good, but the skit is kind of funny. It was fun joking about Sonic Blast and all that stuff. Just a fun little video, nothing too much to say about it. But afterwards we have the Persona 4 video, and I am incredibly proud of that video. I love that video. I think it's one of my best. Maybe it is my favorite I've made. I really don't know. I don't know, I think it is, because it's without a doubt my most personal video, and one of my more emotional videos. And usually I refrain from talking about like my favorite games, but that was an exception. I played Persona 4, I was blown away by it, and I knew I had to make a video about it. And I was able to articulate why I loved it so much. And I was like, yeah, I gotta do this. I started writing it around like my second playthrough of the game. It probably took me a good bit. I mean, it's a really long video. It's my longest video aside from soundtracks, but I mean, I think it paid off. I think the script flows really well. I, of course, talk a lot about the characters, and while I do wish I fleshed out the video maybe a little more, I'm still very happy with it because the characters is what I valued the most about that game, so focusing on it I think did make sense. I think the voiceover is one of my better ones, and I just really like the more personal angle of that video. There's a lot of heart to it. I think I put a lot into that video. Sure, the Chie bit, like all that, sure, it's a little stupid, it's a little cringy, but I kind of did that on purpose, you know, to kind of tease myself, I guess. But yeah, I love the way the video flows together. It's really well put together. It probably does have the sappiest ending of any video I've made, but I don't know, it sums up what I wanted to say pretty well. I feel like ending it that way was fitting to me. Sadly, it didn't do the best initially. Like, the views were pretty good, but I didn't get very many comments aside from Fat Albert jokes, but I have gotten some pretty nice comments since then, which was nice to see. It's somewhat one of my more popular videos, which, hey, I'm happy about it because I put a lot into that video. But what's funny is that when the video came out, I actually wasn't that satisfied with it. I was actually kind of doubtful of myself and was pretty like unsure of the video's quality, but as I sat on it more, I was like, yeah, this is one of my better videos. This is something I am very fond of, and I'm glad that's the case. It's a game that I love. It's a video I'm very happy with. There was also a cut paragraph in it, which I do regret cutting out because it was kind of essential to why I value Persona 4. It was basically about how I was very incentivized to replay it, which doesn't happen very often. I cut it out because it was sandwiched between two more emotional bits in the video, so I cut it out to improve pacing, but I probably could have worked it in there somehow. But it is what it is. I'm still very happy with the video. One of my favorites, one of my best. This next one isn't technically like a Row Reviews episode, but I want to talk about it anyway, and that's the Too Many Games vlog. And that was a lot of fun to make. I went into it kind of thinking like, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. In my head, it was more like an iDubbbz vlog or like a Super Mega vlog, but that didn't really work out, so I just kind of made it more like a Brutal Moose video where I just kind of narrated over the trip. At first, I did it unscripted, but that did not work. I couldn't get any congruent sentences out of that, so I just wrote something up in a couple days, and that worked out pretty well. The trip was a ton of fun. You know, I loved hanging out with Amiibin and seeing all the panels and stuff. And I mean, meeting Doug Walker, seeing him in real life. Come on, it's Doug. And one thing I didn't mention in the video is that there was this part during the trip where we were just walking around and just off in the distance, I just hear Doug Walker's voice, and it was the most like surreal thing that ever happened to me. Like, I did a double take and I was like, Jesus Christ, it's Doug Walker, he's right there. Oh my god, it's a nostalgia critic. that was crazy. And meeting Ant Dude was awesome. Seeing Scott the Woz in real life was really cool. Super fun trip. I had a lot of fun making the video, and it was also very successful. Like, it has 700 views, which I kind of do get why, because it was kind of a hot topic when it came out. Sure, whatever, but like, why that one? And what's even weirder is there's a comment from Justin Silverman, which, you know, that's one of James Rolfe's friends who's on Cinemassacre and stuff, you know. Like, what? Like, how did he find it? Was he just digging around for Too Many Games vlogs? I have no idea. And the comment is just the word dang with no period or anything. It was like a capital D, lowercase rest. Like, I went on my YouTube studio, I was like, what? Him? How did he find this? Like, I was so confused. And I don't know what it was referring to. It's probably either one of two things. I did say I wasn't a fan of new AVGN, and I know some of them get kind of pissy about that. But I think what's more likely is that when I was talking about the Cinemassacre panel, I was like, here's James and his friends that I don't know the names of. And Justin is one of them. So it was probably that. It was just really weird. I was like, how did he find this? But I just think that's really, really funny. But hey, it's fun. It's funny. It's funny. It's a cool video. I do enjoy the video. It was fun to make. Be sure to check out Amoeben's vlog as well. It was fun having him make one as well. Then after that, I took a break in November, but made 2 videos in December. Neither I'm that proud of, but I'll talk about them real quick. So we have Christmas hacks, and that's my least favorite video of season 3 for sure. It's filler. It's really short. It's just kind of whatever. It's kind of boring. I'm not that crazy about it. Like, it's just a simple review, and that's fine, but I don't know. I kind of just made it for the sake of making it. Not much to say about it. The hacks themselves are cool and all, but I don't know. It's just not much to write home about. But the thing I dislike about it most is the audio is just trash because I forgot what compressor to use on my voice, and I was using this thing called a hard limiter, which makes it sound like crap. I didn't know what I was thinking. I was like, is this what I use? I think it is. This sounds weird, but I made it anyway because I couldn't change it. It sounds really crappy. So that sucks. Mid-video. But after that, I did the favorite albums of 2021, and the video is okay. It's alright. I don't know. It's fine. It's better than the Christmas hacks one, but it's also just okay. Again, it has the same audio problem. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. If the audio was better on that video, I'd be singing a different tune, but it's not. And I don't know. I wanted to do an album of the year video in 2020, but I didn't get to. So I wanted to make sure I did one this year, and it's fine. It's funny, I haven't really gone back to a lot of the albums I talk about in that video. Like, the Brockhampton one is fine, but I prefer their older albums. I haven't touched the Silk Sonic at all. I mean, the Tyler album, the Turnstile album, and the Porter album are all still great. So there's that. But what's funny is, like OK Human, I gave it a shout out. I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. I gave it an honorable mention. I'm not gonna lie, it's like an 8 out of 10 now. It's kind of excellent. It's like a really good album. I might would put it in the top 5. I'm just saying. It's a good album. It's a great album, okay? I really dig it these days. I do really like the writing in the video. I think it's well written. I had fun writing it. So there's that. It's just the audio kind of kills it for me. So there you go. That's my thoughts on that video. December was filler. We'll leave it at that. And now for the final video of Season 3, which is the Sam Raimi Spider-Man Trilogy Retrospective review thing. I got the idea for the video in January because No Way Home, Spider-Man was on my mind, and I rewatched the first Raimi movie, and I was like, dang, I kind of want to make a video on these movies, which I actually had that idea a long time ago to do a Raimi video, but it didn't really go anywhere. But it was a thought that I had, and I was like, you know what? There's a lot to talk about in these movies, so I said, screw it. The video took a while to make. It probably took longer than it really needed to. Honestly, I didn't feel like I was slacking off on it, but I feel like I kind of was. I don't know, kind of weird. I'm kind of mixed on the video. Like I do think it's pretty good. It's one of the better videos of Season 3. I wouldn't say it's like great. I don't know. It's fine. I don't know. Like, I enjoyed making it. I put in a lot of effort into the video. I wrote it. I was, trying to make it good because I was coming off of some videos that I wasn't that proud of, and so I wanted to make something that would be better. And yeah, I mean, it's a good video. I don't know, it's just good. I think it's just good. Although I do really like the Spider-Man 3 section in the video, because like it was a lot of fun to talk about Spider-Man 3. Like that's without a doubt like the highlight of that video. The Spider-Man 1 bit kind of underwritten, not perfect. Spider-Man 2 bit is decent. It's fine. Like look, it's a good video. It's just not one of one of my favorites, I guess is all I'm trying to say. The video also wasn't that fun to edit, if I'm being honest. Like usually I enjoy editing videos a lot, but that one, it was just, I don't know, it was kind of a slog. But it came together well. Like I tried to make sure not to repeat clips, and I enjoyed having some sound effects again. The Spider-Man 3 part is definitely my favorite part of the video, definite highlight of that video, and I do enjoy the other parts. Some of the things I said were pretty good. I'm just not overly crazy about the video. It's not like one of my best, so I'll leave it at that. Now before we move on, I actually want to bring up a canceled video that was supposed to come out in October. It was going to be the Halloween special of the season, but it didn't work out. It was going to be a video on Yume Nikki, the cult classic RPG maker horror game thing, adventure game. I had an idea to review that game for a while, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it this year. That'll be cool. It was going to come out the same month as the Too Many Games video, would have come out on Halloween. Now, I did really like the game. I thought it was a great game with just a really unique atmosphere, really cool, really interesting to play. I really enjoyed it. But when I went to write the video, I just kind of found myself watching other people's Yume Nikki videos and kind of regurgitating what they were saying, so there wasn't really anything new or of substance to the video at all. Yeah, I was not satisfied with the script in any way. Like, I actually did the voiceover for that video, but when I was doing it, I was like I just wasn't feeling it at all. I was like, man, this video kind of sucks. This video sucks. I don't think I want to make this. So I didn't. I scrapped it. It just wasn't that good. There are other people that probably could make a more interesting Yume Nikki video than me. Just know I am a fan of the game now, so there's that. But I have linked the script in the description if you would like to read it and kind of see what it would have been. I don't think it's anything special, but hey, if you enjoy reading it, then more power to you. But with all that out of the way, let's get into the Q&A. I got a lot of great questions this time, so let's get straight to answering them, shall we? Are there any particular inspirations you have with your writing? For sure. I'll say my two favorite YouTubers, NitroRad, Liam Triforce, maybe more so Liam Triforce. I've liked him ever since I've started, but I really like his style, his emotion. I kind of try to emulate that sometimes, and with NitroRad, I always like to give a bit of a personal angle to whatever the focus is. Like, he's always done that. I've always really liked it. Yeah, I'd point to those two guys. They've consistently inspired me throughout my YouTube journey. Are there any tips you can give for video pacing? Yeah, I'm not the best writer around, but I would say, like, make sure each section of the video that you're making really flows into each other really well. Like, make sure there are like really good seamless segues between one section to the next. I feel like that helps with just flow and keeping someone's interest, because it all weaves together. I personally feel like a lot of my videos these days do that what I like to do is kind of write like a skeleton or like a bullet point list where I can kind of go, okay, this point weaves into this point, and this point weaves into this point. Persona 4 does that. The Spider-Man 3 section of the Spider-Man video does that. So I would say that, and also, of course, keep your voiceover paced well, and don't go on long tangents. Nobody likes that. Those are some things to keep in mind there. When will you bring back the iconic R? Hashtag bring back the R. Never. I'm never bringing it back. It's not coming back. Never. It's not coming back. That thing, that R is restrictive. Okay? My life and my thumbnails have thrived without it. Okay? Like, if I still had the R, the Persona 4 thumbnail wouldn't look as cool as it does. Okay? And all these other thumbnails that I've made for videos that don't even exist yet, they would look horrible with the R. My life has improved without the R. Therefore, I'm never bringing it back. I'm never bringing it back. Blue Ninty asks, who is your current favorite music artist? My go-to is always Green Day. I feel like their catalog, specifically like their 90s stuff, their early 2000s stuff, fantastic. I can come back to those albums any day, really, and enjoy them a lot. Like Dookie, classic. Insomniac, great. Nimrod, amazing. Kerplunk, I can't go wrong. Warning is great, and American Idiot is my favorite album, so I would say Green Day. Like, obviously, post 21st century breakdown, they kind of suck, but hey, they're a band I've always enjoyed. Like, I was listening to them when I got into music, and I'm still listening to them now, so I feel like that says something. But along with them, I'd say people like Blink-182, Weezer, Tyler the Creator, Kanye West, Burial, King Gizzard, Ween, Paramore, Gorillaz. Those are like some of my favorite other artists. What are your favorite John Mess lines? For those of you who don't know, John Mess is the unclean vocalist in a band called Dance Gavin Dance, and he has a lot of wacky lyrics. But I'd say my favorite is, you're sitting on a dildo pile, that's why your ass hurts. That line is both the best and worst thing I've ever heard in my life, and it's stuck with me ever since. And speaking of John Mess lines, people, they look at you. Do you think of food? Well, I can't say that when people look at me I think of food. Maybe if they were like a chef or a waiter, maybe I would think of food, but probably not. You know, it's not the first thing that comes to my mind when I see people, or when people look at me. Pac Jeff asks, would you say your inspirations for content you make have changed over time? Definitely. When I started, I was still like influenced by Nitro Rad and Liam Triforce and stuff, but I'd say back then I took even more influence from people like Some Call Me Johnny, Ant Dude, kind of that reviewer type stuff. And while I still watch people like Ant Dude, they're not as much of an influence on me nowadays. I'd say my current inspirations more so come from essay-leaning channels like Liam Triforce, MML's commentaries, Lemon, and probably some other ones I'm forgetting, but stuff like that is my current point of inspiration. How does it feel being the first documented Pac Jeff ripoff? It feels pretty good, I must say. Are there any other shows or movies you'd really want to delve into for videos? Like maybe The Batman from 2004. That's a really good show. Well, that's a really cheeky joke, my friend. Movies? No, not really. Not soon. I don't have anything planned for movies. But shows? Yeah, definitely some shows. I won't, go into specifics because I don't like doing that, but shows for sure. Mainly animated shows, but but I would like to cover more shows in the future. I think that'd be pretty cool. Ben asks, favorite and least favorite sentence from a Row Review script. Okay, that involves a bit of an inside joke, but I will answer that legitimately. I don't have a favorite sentence. I don't know who does, but I do like the line in the Persona 4 video where I say, forget real women, I have Persona 4. And I also like the line in the Spider-Man video where I describe Spider-Man 3 as like a car crash of plots from other Spider-Man movies. I liked that description. I thought that was pretty cool. But least favorite, well, I could say the entirety of the Sonic 3 video, but there's actually worse. See, if you go back to the Sonic 1 video, I say, and I quote, I didn't grow up in the 90s. I wish I did though. And that was completely unironic. And it is the dumbest thing I've ever said in a video, bar none. Like, that video is filled with crappy lines, but that line is so bad. It's like that BuzzFeed thing where like, oh, the 90s were so much better. Like, I actually like bought into that crap. I thought that. But now I'm happy that I grew up in the 2010s because Adventure Time and stuff like that. So, horrible line. I hate it, but I also laugh pretty hard at it. Yeah, that video is horrible. What kind of content would you make if the president finally outlawed YouTube reviewers? Well, I could find a loophole through this and say that I'll just make video essays, like True Blue video essays, because those aren't technically reviews, but that's probably not the answer you're looking for. So if I couldn't make reviews or essays, I'd probably make like documentary videos or something, kind of like Trash Theory or Gaming Historian, but on just whatever topic I want. Like, it's not what I would want to do because I don't know how to research, but if I couldn't review, then that's probably what I would do. I would do something like that. Like, I could envision doing some documentaries. So, yeah, that's what I would do. But then he asks, where do you keep the R's from the thumbnail? Where did they go? Please tell me. Hashtag bring back the R. The R is in a very safe place that you cannot get to, okay? I ain't telling you where it is. You can't have it. Nobody can have it. No more R. Don't bring back the R. It's not coming back. Stop asking. All right? Cope. Cope. Cope with your loss, okay? It's dead. The R is dead. I killed it. It's trash. Like, it looks kind of cool, but it's trash. And I never want to use it again. It's over. Accept it. Okay? You need to move on. You people need to move on. Amoebans Who Junk Drawer asks, want to collab? No. The Game Dimension asks, do you think you'll do another music analysis video like you did for Daft Punk? Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. In fact, it won't just be another. It'll be many more to come. Because I have plenty of music related ideas. Because I do really like that Daft Punk video. And I would like to do more music essays because I have pretty good ideas. And I love music. I love talking about music. And I would love to make more music related videos. So expect that stuff going forward. For sure. Looking back on everything, what would you say is your favorite video of all the seasons? Well, for season 1, my favorite is definitely Mario 64. I'd say that's the most solid video of that season. It's like one of the few actually like decent videos I made in season 1. Like, season 1 is pretty rough, you know. It was me starting out, but that Mario 64 video, it has a bit of heart to it. It's a bit underwritten places, but hey, for season 1 standards, it's pretty solid. And as for season 2, definitely Sonic R. Absolutely Sonic R. I still love that video. I'm still very, very proud of that video. I really like it. It's a great video. It's a really cool video. I like what I did with it. It's probably like one of my more unique ideas I've had. It deserved some more views, I think, because I think a lot of people would enjoy that video. And my favorite video of Season 3, probably Persona 4, maybe Sailor Moon, but probably Persona 4 because I was able to pull off a longer video and it's more personal, so yeah, I'd say Persona 4. If you could collab with anyone, who would it be? A bit of a weird question for me to answer because, sure, I could say Nitrorad, but I don't know him, so it'd be kinda weird to collab, but hey, we're talking hypothetically. So, if I'm being honest, I would love to review an album with Fantano. I think that'd be really cool. I'd probably have fun doing that, so I'd say him. Fusefall asks, albums you look forward to the most this year? The new King Gizzard I'm very much looking forward to. The Dripping Tap was absolutely fantastic, and it's a double album. I'm really looking forward to it. Paramore is in the studio, and I really want them to drop. Please! I need more Paramore. And also, Carly Rae Jepsen has recently been teasing a new album. I have no idea what it's going to be like, but I hope it's good. I hope it's good. And of course, you know, the rest of Weezer seasons, Spring was alright. Rivers just dropped this spreadsheet of like ideas, and I'm not too keen on the producers he's picked for some of it, for summer specifically, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Favorite drink? I like sweet tea a lot. I'm from Florida, and we love our sweet tea. But I also love Dr. Pepper a lot. That's my favorite soda, but sweet tea is fantastic. I know it's not as prestigious as hot tea and that stuff, but I don't care. What inspired the changes in art style and direction for the channel? Good question. As my graphic design skills improved, I became a little more indifferent towards the old logo, the blue and red one. You know, it still looks cool, but I don't know, I just wasn't happy with it anymore, and you can probably notice, but throughout Season 3, there's a lot of flip-flopping around between, there's quite a few changes, but currently, my look is very much based off of Polaroid VHS stuff, just VHS things in general. My logo is literally the Polaroid logo, and I'm very happy with how it is now. So yeah, I guess it just comes down to me just getting sick of the old look and wanting something fresh. Most hyped games for this year. I know it's already out, but Kirby, I was very excited for. I'll probably pick it up pretty soon. Breath of the Wild 2, I know it got delayed, but you know, that I know that's later on, but I'm very much looking forward to that. But honestly, my most hyped game is without a doubt Sonic Frontiers. Don't care if it's mediocre. I'm just so happy to see that they're doing something new and fresh. I think an open world, this Sonic game has so much potential. Like, the more I think about it, the cooler it sounds to just run through these big fields and go through loops and stuff. It just sounds like so much fun. And they have the writer from the comics that everybody likes, and that should be really cool. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for Sonic Frontiers. And if it's disappointing, then hey, at least they tried something, because the boost formula has, it's had its time. It's run its course, I think. I'll also definitely try and pick up those Klonoa remakes, because those looked really cool, and I've never played those games before, but they look like something I really enjoy, so I'll definitely be picking those up. Thoughts on the second Sonic movie? I really enjoyed it. I wasn't too huge on the first one, but this second one, it basically fixed all of my problems with the first one, because the original, like, it was pretty bland. It didn't really feel like a Sonic movie, but this one, it really did. I mean, I loved Tails, I loved Knuckles, the humor was way better. I liked how they kind of, you know, incorporated the plot from Sonic 3. The references to the games were so cool. I loved all that stuff. Just so many things to point out and stuff. It was just a fun, like, adventure movie. I'm glad that the locales were more varied and stuff. Eggman was fun. It was just a fun movie, and I might even say that it was probably better than Detective Pikachu. So it's probably the best video game movie. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Definitely go see it if you're a Sonic fan. You'll find stuff to love. The wedding scene was in fact trash, though. I will say that. When will the R return? Never. What's with these homies dissing my girl? Well, I don't know. The real question is, why do they got a front? What did we ever do to them? What made them so violent? See, these are the real questions. Now we move on to some Twitter questions. First one from Gwen or Gween. I don't know how you pronounce your name. I'm sorry. But anyway, what would you say is your biggest influence on your taste in music? Probably my friends. Through discussing music we like and stuff like that, and recommending things I think that's where my taste came from. In fact, the reason I got into Paramore back in 2019 was because a friend in class suggested them, and now they're one of my favorite bands. So yeah, same with Gorillaz. I think that same friend told me about Gorillaz and stuff. So yeah, definitely my friends, but along with that, I'd say Sonic soundtracks and Anthony Fantano. There you go. She also asks, was there a specific artist or album that made you like hip-hop as much as you do? Yeah, there was. Back in like middle and early high school, I hated rap. I thought rap was trash. I thought rap was crap for no real reason. But as time went on, I wanted to give it a chance, and the first hip-hop album I listened to was one called Deltron 3030, and all of the people involved with that album were involved with the first Gorillaz album, so it was very approachable, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and I still love it. It's a great album, highly recommend it, and it showed me that hip-hop can be pretty dang good. So from there, I listened to stuff like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and Kids See Ghosts, and kind of went from there. And the rest is history pretty much. But I also had a friend in school that kind of told me about artists like Brockhampton and Denzel Curry, so shout out to him, since those are some of my favorite artists as well. And now for the final question. I've saved the biggest one for last. The SQG Review Show asks, where would you rank all of the Weezer albums from best to worst? Loaded question, my friend, but I have you. I'm going to go worst to best, however. Easier on my brain. Now I will say the middle of this list kind of fluctuates a lot. A lot of them are just kind of mediocre, so keep that in mind. I also did not rank Season Spring because I didn't feel like it. Number 15, Make Believe, their worst album. It's bland and very hard to sit through. Number 14, Weezer's Black Album. Also very boring, although there are a couple good songs and the production sucks. Number 13, Ratitude. It's bad, but it's kind of funny, and in my experience with playing it on a Sega Saturn, kind of ranks it up a little bit. Number 12, Weezer's Teal Album. It's boring. They do very little with the covers. There's no reason to listen to it above the originals. Number 11, Pacific Daydream. I like this album a lot more than most people. I think it's a bit overhated, but it is very overproduced, and there's some crappy songs, but also some decent songs on it, and I firmly believe that. Number 10, Hurley. I can't really get into this record that much, but there's a bit of snappiness to it. Number 9, Weezer Red Album. Lots of very high highs on this album that are really cool, but there are also a lot of boring songs that kind of bring it down. Number 8, Van Weezer. It's bland. I don't like the production, but some of the hooks pop off pretty hard. Number 7, Weezer Green Album. It's very bland and boring, but I find it to be consistently likable. Still pretty mediocre in the grand scheme of things, however. Number 6, Maladroit. Amazing first half, but it kind of dips afterwards. But man, that first half has a lot of fantastic songs. Love the guitar tone. Number 5, OK Human. This album grew on me heavily. Good writing, immaculate production. I like the instrumentation, and it's very catchy. Number 4, Everything Will Be Alright in the End. Fantastic album. A lot of amazing songs. I love its themes. It's very consistent. It was truly their comeback. Number 3, Weezer White Album. Fantastic album. One of their best. It's a ton of fun. The hooks are great. It's super fun. It's like every song is great. I love it. Number 2, Pinkerton. Freaking masterpiece. Amazing performances. Amazing songwriting. Amazing hooks. It's an emo classic. I love it. 10 out of 10. And then at number 1 we have Weezer's Blue Album. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. I think it is literally perfect. There is not a single thing I dislike about this album. Every song is absolutely fantastic. Amazing production, amazing bulletproof hooks, and great song topics as well. It's just virgin anthem after virgin anthem. And there you have it. That's my miniature Weezer worst to best. And that wraps up the Q&A. I loved all the questions I got for this one, so thank you to everyone who submitted. So, overall, was Season 3 what I wanted it to be? Not really, actually. When I went into it, I was like, there will be no filler episodes. Every video will be great. That was my mentality going into it, and that didn't happen. Like, sure, there were some great videos this season. Sailor Moon, Persona 4, Spider-Man, debatably, but I mean a lot of filler, I think, just stuff that was just okay, and it's not what I envisioned it to be. So in that way I'm a little disappointed, but I'm not bent out of shape about it. You know, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it, especially since if I look at my channel in the year of 2021, like second half of season 2, first half season 3, a lot of my best stuff, Daft Punk, Sonic R, Sailor Moon, Persona 4, all in the same year. That's great. That's fantastic. But as a whole, season 3 was just a little, I don't know, it just wasn't, it wasn't quite what I envisioned. It wasn't as strong as I had hoped it would be. But that is exactly why I think Season 4 will be fantastic. No more filler. No more filler videos. I'm not going to make filler videos anymore. No more of that. I'm going to try and only make videos I think will be great. And believe me, I have a lot of fantastic video ideas. Video ideas that I know are great and would make for great videos, and I know that you guys will enjoy as well. I'm telling you, like the stuff that I have lined up, I think it's great. I think that they will be great, and I can pretty much promise that. I think a lot of them will be, you know, a little more essay oriented. There will still be video game related stuff, but also other media. You know, I've expanded myself. You know, I'm not constrained to just games anymore. I mean, a lot of the videos I've done this past year have been a hodgepodge of different mediums, and there will be more of that to come. Now, of course, I don't like to announce things prematurely. It's not what I do, but I do want to bring up a few things. You may have noticed that there's a playlist on my channel called Every Sonic Ever. And yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. A while back I decided that I would just review every Sonic game for as long as it takes. I did finish the classic era, so I guess going forward will be a lot of the 2000s stuff. Meaning Shadow the Hedgehog, meaning Sonic Riders, Sonic Adventure 2. Just all that stuff. I mean, I'm just going forward with Sonic. And then, you know, eventually I'll get to the Dark Ages and do an 06 video, and then go into the Boost games and all that stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. You know, I love talking about Sonic, and I will continue to do so. And also Frontiers is supposed to come out. It's supposed to come out later this year, and hey, I might review that when it's new, because why bother waiting so long to review it when I know that I'm gonna have things to say about it. So yeah, hopefully that happens, but hey, you know, I don't make no promises around here, okay? So don't hold me to any of what I'm saying. One other thing I'll do going forward is continue to do Persona related videos, because you know I loved the Persona 4 one, and I've been playing Persona 3 recently, so you might get a Persona 3 video in season 4. I would hope so. And then further down the line, Persona 5. I don't have the means to play that game currently, but when I do, oh man, like I've heard nothing but praise about Persona 5, and I've loved 4 and 3, so I see no reason that I won't love Persona 5, so a video on that would be pretty cool. Who knows when that'll be, because I don't have a PS4 or PS5 or anything, but it's a possibility. So yeah, those are some things you can look forward to. Again, I'm not going to go into specifics because I don't do that, but I think Season 4 will be great, like genuinely. Season 3, a little rough, you know, not bad of course. I'm not completely disappointed, but it didn't exactly pan out in the way that I had envisioned. That's all. But Season 4, I just have so many great ideas, and I think the season will be great and my best yet, and I really hope that's what happens. Like, pretty much, I'm basically going back to the Shack by Weezer. I'm basically getting back to the good life. I'm gonna pursue my true self, Persona 4 style. That's my vision. That is my plan, and I hope you look forward to Season 4, because I certainly am. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for submitting questions. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you all 14,000 people who watched the Sailor Moon video. Thank you to everyone that enjoys my videos and continues to return. And I will see you next season.